Hi, my name is Cheryl McLaughlin, and today we're going to do a quick little presentation on one of our trips coming up, which is the Black Canyon kayaking adventure trip. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll just quickly run through some of these little details. So I am in the process of putting together a bunch of these little webinars telling you about different upcoming trips and activities that we have going on. Online pre-trip meetings for adventure trips coming up are this Black Canyon kayaking one, which I'm doing today, and we have a couple of trips coming up for that. Also Kauai, Hawaii, and canyoneering, backpacking, and summer kayak and stand-up paddle surfing. I'm going to turn off my phone so that doesn't bother us. Also, I have a lot of free online classes and meetings that you can take a look at. Lots of really fun things going on, and I'll help you access all of that. So this presentation is all about Black Canyon. Live and Thrive is my business, and this is our Black Canyon kayaking pre-trip online meeting. Here's my website, liveandthrive.com. Be sure and go and visit that if you would. Also, if you're interested in this trip, if you would even text me with the keyword Black Canyon, phone number is 801-278-5313, and you can see my email, website, the whole bit. So this is the route. We would start at Hoover Dam and work our way down to Willow Beach. This is a 4-day, 3-night adventure trip with actually 2 days on the river, on the Colorado River. This is the lower Colorado River below Hoover Dam. And that also includes 1 night of camping along the river, besides 2 other nights of camping at a campground. So on this trip, you get to explore hot springs. We have water caves along the way, which are really amazing. Plenty to explore during this 14-mile kayaking downriver. It's a one-way trip. We get shuttled up to the top, and again, we get put in right below Hoover Dam. And like I mentioned, we are on the river for 2 days, being able to explore all kinds of fun side canyons and things going on. So we have 2 dates right now that you can choose from, August 5th through the 9th, 2020, or August 26th through the 29th. These are starting to fill up, so if you are interested, be sure and let me know soon. So who should even attend a trip like this? We're looking for people who are young at heart. It's not so much about your specific age, it's more about your attitude and your desire, what you like. Those who have a desire to be active outdoors, they have a sense of adventure, love to explore new places, enjoy kayaking, since this is a kayaking trip, and camping along the Colorado River for 1 night. That is mandatory on this trip. Some people are staying in a hotel nearby, or if they don't want to camp with us at a campground, there is an option for 2 other nights, but 1 night you will be camping along the river. And those who love being surrounded by a lot of amazing beauty. So with good weather, consider some cowboy camping, just sleeping out under the stars. This is all flat water. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. This is activities, kayaking, camping, exploring, and some hiking. Not a lot. It's mostly a kayaking trip, but if you like hiking and exploring, there are some really fun side canyon areas where you'll have a little time to explore. So this is the Hoover Dam, which means this is a very secured area, national security, which means we also need to get permits to be able to go on this part of the river. So if you're thinking about doing this trip, you need to get your deposit in as soon as possible so we can secure those permits. And the boat rental, not just any boats can go in. They give us a shuttle ride and pick up the boats at the end of the 14-day trip. So that's why we can go ahead and rent the kayaks and get the permits. But Hoover Dam is an amazing place, and you'll have a chance to kind of explore this area too. It's pretty impressive. Um, for one night, we are encouraging everybody to kind of compact their luggage. So for the 2 days and one night that we will be on the river, you will kind of condense down your things to just what you need just for those 2 days and one night, because all of our belongings and food will travel with us in a canoe. So that'll be taking our provisions, and so that will be really nice. And it's just a gorgeous area, beautiful flat water. We, on these trips, we pretty much specialize in beginner and intermediate levels. No prior kayak knowledge, skill, or experience is required. So anyone who has a desire to do this trip, if you're capable of sitting in a kayak, it's not the rapids, it's not whitewater. It's a beautiful 2-day float down the river. The itinerary is on Wednesday, you'll meet up with the group, 5 p.m. That will be a place near Boulder City at a campground that we're going to be staying. We'll serve you a delicious dinner at our campground, and then you'll have some free time that evening. First thing the next morning on Thursday, we actually will not break down camp. We have now decided to stay right here at this camp, and you will keep your extra provisions here at this camp. But right after breakfast, we will go to the place where we can take the shuttle, spend the day kayaking on the Colorado River, explore historical sites, hot springs, illuminating caves, do some short hikes, swimming, relaxing. There's some really cool little slot canyons in this area. And then by late afternoon, we'll be setting up camp for the night for along the river there, and have a primitive dinner, or not a primitive dinner. We're going to have a delicious dinner at a primitive campsite, and then some free time that evening. So the next morning, breakfast, and again, I'll fix this slide because, well, actually we will be breaking down camp because we're leaving along the river, and we'll put everything back in the canoes and spend one more day, full day kayaking the rest of the Colorado River, exploring more historical sites, hot springs, illuminating caves, short hikes, swimming, relaxing, slot canyons. We will arrive at our final destination on the Colorado River in the afternoon. We have to be there at a certain time when they take the kayaks and the shuttle back so we can get back to our cars. We'll go back to our campground, have a delicious dinner. That will be our final night. There's some free time. The next morning, breakfast will be served between 8 and 9 a.m. Then you will break down camp and you can head for home. Or there are a couple of possibilities if you choose to stick around the Lake Mead area, which we will be having our campground right there close to Lake Mead, which is so beautiful. Also, you may have time to explore the Red Rock National Conservation Area, or if you want to stay and play in Las Vegas and relax there. But this environment is a desert environment, very much a desert environment with warm days, cool nights. What is included in this trip is your kayak, your paddle, life jacket, the permit, companionship, having somebody go down this river and spend time with you on this trip, 8 meals, 2 nights lodging at a campground, 1 night camping along the Colorado River. And again, you could, on your own dime, if you wanted to stay 2 other nights instead of at our campground, you could do that at a nearby hotel or something like that. We have what we call challenge by choice. So you can just kind of hang out near the water, play in the water, cool off and everything, or just do a fun little side exploration because of all these fun little side canyons. There's some fun hot springs, and going up these fun ladders, you can explore some of the extra areas or extra places in the area. The cool thing, literally cool thing, is the water temperature In the Colorado River, this section of the Colorado River is consistently 55 degrees Fahrenheit year-round because it is coming out of Lake Mead, in the bottom part of Lake Mead, and coming into this area. So that will be nice up against the hot air. The trip cost is $749 per person. $100 deposit is due as soon as possible to secure your reservation. You can pay by Venmo, check, or cash. All you need to do is text me and I will send you my Venmo username. Think about this. You may earn a free trip for yourself when you invite 5 of your friends or family members. When they come and attend with 5 friends, we will give you a free trip. If you're new to kayaking, after you register and pay the $100 deposit, you will be invited to 1 free local kayak outing that we do prior to the trip. This is just designed to help you practice some kayaking skills and get a little bit of hands-on instruction, mostly get you familiar, a little bit more familiar with kayaking. That's a 1 to 2 hour outing with our kayaking group. So who attends some of these outings? And it's really a variety of ages, but mostly single and some couples. If you do need equipment, we do have rentals available, $25 for a tent, $15 for sleeping bags, and $5 for a pad. We will give you a complete list of what you need to bring prior to departure, so you'll know exactly what it is that you really need. We do have a minimum of 4 participants and a maximum of 8. And that doesn't include our 2 guides. Isn't this cool? This is a beautiful shot of the Hoover Dam, and we get put in right here, and that's where the trip starts, is right below the Hoover Dam. Such a beautiful place. We really hope you'll consider doing this trip. It's just a great time, and there will probably be some other trips offered in the fall. So I may be able to update this, or if those August dates have passed and you see this video, this little webinar, I'll try to give you some updates on future dates that we have. But in the meantime, if you would, text me your name and the keyword Black Canyon so that I can keep you up to date on new trips that are coming. That is my phone number that you can text me on, 801-278-5313. My slogan is, don't just survive, live and thrive. I really hope you'll join us. If you have any questions, be sure and text me. Thank you so much for coming to this presentation. Let's see if I can get out of here. And we really appreciate this. I hope you'll join us on this and many of our other trips that we have to offer. Thank you.